after the score. It's Parkey on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Mahomes again. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
A gain of 14.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
First down.
Flush to his right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On second down now. It's Bell, and this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a third down. Flushed out right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
First and goal.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this time he is in.
Yes. Touchdown.
Le'Veon Bell. Taking it in. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touch. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
His throw incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third down.
Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
Regular. Kings. 53, Mike. Go. He's coming.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack, Mahomes, a quick slant to Hill. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
Third down.
He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First down, Kansas City.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Mahomes' first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
27-yard line.
On second down, it's Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Kareem Hunt, the ball.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. Caught, Kelsey, left side. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he will be out of bounds as the 3rd quarter comes to an end with an INT. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the interception, Mayfield flush to his right. And finding the tight end Hooper. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same...
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a first down, Chiefs.
56, Mike, 56.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. That catch good for only a couple.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Mahomes to throw once more. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Flushed out right. It got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
A screen to Bell.
I'm the best in the
And
game.
yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And it's up and good.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. Rolling to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
56 is the Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 56.
Play fake. Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Mayfield on play action. And he comes back with one complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
10 at the 40-yard line.
They go play action. Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
At the 34-yard
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.